I've only got one audio track recording. Aren't I smart? So that's why it's not picking up my voice, so forgive me. Oh. I've only got one audio track recording. Hello. Aren't I smart? So that's why it's not picking up my voice, so forgive me. Yeah, that's why. It's interesting. So, hi, how's it going, everyone? It's me. I've been talking for God knows how long to absolutely myself. Welcome to Breakdown Mini. We've got technically 3 matches today. It's more so probably gonna be just 3, with 3 more for Underground. And Underground this week is very much a I am yet to book the matches sort of thing, which will be good. We get a fresh feel for the show, and I cannot wait. So, we have obviously 3 teams today. It's Lyra Kofi, Triple H Tiffy, and Lola and Carl Anderson. Oh boy. So, which team do we start with? Because we're going to get all 3 matches. And there is no thing like longevity in this, so it's going to probably be well, seeing as though I came across him first, it's going to be this guy and his partner. You. And yes, I know I've not got my Switch on just yet for the game. Forgive me, but that's deliberate. I am kind of just picking the first match. And I mean, this is certainly... I think this first match is going to be the interesting one of all 3. And I am kind of we'll have a special night. Why not? I don't get why the weapons wheel defaults to this. It's so shocking. I know we're probably not going to see weapons in this, but hey. I kind of like having a weapon wheel of weapons I like. Because the kendo sticks break too easily. Certain weapons are funnier than others. Like, who wouldn't want a big mallet? And the last weapon, it's got to be the guitar. Anyway, bang. We're in that arena. Normal on everything. Bang and bang. I'm ready. Hopefully, you are ready too. And that is a very big hopefully. 3, 2, 1. Into the game we go. It's Lola and Carl Anderson versus Triple H and Tiffany Stratton. And Carl Anderson obviously picked up some big victories, obviously, in the opening day show. And coming out to the ring with Lola Vice certainly rounds out the lineup.
The following contest is a tag team match scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, by way of Tokyo, Japan, weighing in at 213 pounds, Carl Anderson.
It's nice to get a change-up in announcers here tonight as we shift out of the welcoming voice that I've been giving to kick off the show. Now we're into the nitty-gritty. Now we're into pure commentary of this prestigious wrestling company. We have, obviously, this, our opener, a big match. A massive fight feel that builds us.
And her partner, from Miami, Florida, Lola Vice.
That builds us nicely into Crush this Sunday. The winner of tonight's round robin tournament will be entering that 4-team mixed tag warfare, which features teams like Jade Cargill and Kit Wilson, Nia Jackson Stone Cold, and Otis and Molly Holly. A very interesting lineup so far, and there's certainly some favorites and dark horses in tonight's round robin. Like Lola and Carl, people say they are the underdogs in this tournament. But this team that are coming out now, they're the favorites for tonight's action as we welcome the Game to the stage for his first bout of the night. Guaranteed one more after this with Lyra Valkyria and Kofi Kingston. Tonight, the Game is not alone. He has backup with Tiffany Stratton. They're looking to form a better synergy than what they showed in their qualifying tournament. Hopefully it's enough as we ready ourselves for his entry into the arena.
And from Greenwich, Connecticut, weighing in at 255 pounds, Triple A.
The Game brings confidence. The new Hall of Famer, a legend by every sentiment of the name, brings a style of power, but calculated precision as a cerebral assassin. Pairs up with the Barbie girl, the Barbie blonde, Tiffany Stratton. Can they pick up the win tonight? Wins, losses, and draws all matter in this matchup. In tonight's show, a clean win via pinfall or submission results in 3 points. A win by countout or DQs, 2 points. 1 point for a draw, and a loss via countout. 0 points for any other form of loss. As we go for Tiffany's time. Obviously that belt non-existent in IPW, but it's a sign. She is a champion looking for a championship in IPW. Tiffany Stratton won at WrestleMania.
From Prior Lake,
Stratton, looking for mixed tag gold tonight. The heavy favourites in tonight's action is very much on a collision course with two inferior opponents. But we've seen it before, Tiffany losing to underdogs in IPW before. And tonight, it could be a potential repeat as we get this match underway. Carl Anderson and Triple H starting it off for their teams. Triple H already trying to get going early with Tiffany in his corner. And we have to see how these two teams will mold, how they will mesh together. We've already seen them competing as duos in the last couple of days, but tonight is a little bit more do or die. On those 2 days, everyone was new. They didn't know their partners, and there was that obvious ease once you got past one win, because you were guaranteed another match on today's show if you did not win the grand finals. And the stakes are a lot higher now. With the fact we're on that show, you've got 2 matches minimum to prove yourself. And overall, make it to crush. As we focus attention back into the match, Triple H landed that big high knee. Now working on the legs of Lola Vice, putting in that figure 4, trying to take away her kicking power. Obviously, in this division, men can face women. Women versus men as well. And we haven't, I don't think, seen a woman pinning a man and picking up victory. I certainly can't remember if that's the case. But for right now, there's a nice Samoan drop there from Triple H, of all people. Puts Tiffany down into the ring as well. This matchup is very much a battle. You go ahead in the series, you take a nice juicy 3 points if you do it cleanly. And Tiffany certainly cleaning this offense. Oh my word! The boot to the face, utilizing that middle turnbuckle. Effective offense from Stratton as she goes for the pin now on Lola Vice. Oh my word, spinning roundhouse! That came from out of nowhere. Vice connecting with that one. And we have to see, is Stratton now tossing around Carl Anderson, how this matchup will shift as we've got a booty popping moonsault. It misses as Anderson rolls out the way. Roll-up attempt here from Carl. Looking to sneak one. Only gets a 1 count. But regardless, it will wear down the opponent. So, if you're watching on in the back, Kofi Lyra, how do you react as Lola's doing the Lola taunt? Gets caught here by Tiffany. Side slam. Drops it to the mat. Pinfall attempt here by Stratton. 1, 2. So nearly a 3. But, oh my word. Nice springboard maneuver there from Stratton as another pinfall attempt comes through. We are seeing current women's champion in WWE working very effectively here against Vice, who's is being punished. But Lola, she has that surprise explosivity with her offense. Typical MMA, you can win from out nowhere style offenses. Oh my days. It's the maneuver. The signature facial expression maneuver. That's the only name I've really got for it at this stage. As Tiffy goes high risk with that swanton. And why not follow it up? Booty, popping, moonsault. Connecting. Prettiest moonsault ever to follow it up. Oh my days, that was effective offense from Tiffany. And I thought that was so nearly it. Stratton put on a clinic against Vice there. Stratton, obviously very good in her wrestling prowess. Former gymnast. As another high knee from the game connect. Anderson now legal. Goes for another roll-up. The game fresh, so he should be able to kick out with ease. As a whole, I've not been impressed what Anderson and Vice have been able to do so far. As it's been the majority of this match, Triple H and Stratton in control. I do feel sorry for them though. They've kind of drawn the short straw in the opening bout. As Stratton, she can take it to anyone. She is certainly trying to do so here against Anderson, who's spine buster. Channeling his own Triple H maneuvers now is Anderson. A 2 count. I'm saying how Vice's offense is the explosive kind as Gunstone comes through. This could be it. 1, 2. Triple H came in, but a little bit too late. Anderson, he's rolling. Snapmare. Nice neck breaker offense there. Tries to drop the double axe on the head of Stratton. She gets out the way and now is unloading. Has the back of Anderson. Irish whip into the tilt the world. The backbreaker from Stratton. Has Anderson on the ropes here. Keeping him at bay. Goes for another swanton. Connecting center of the ring. Anderson in trouble. As he's tossed into Triple H in Stratton's corner. Elbow connects. And Stratton's thinking, prettiest. No, it's a spiral tap. 1, 2. Oh, so nearly victory for Stratton and Triple H. Vice keeping her team alive. For how much longer? Anderson's trapped in enemy territory. I have a feeling Stratton is not going to give him an escape to tag out, I should say. He certainly can escape by rolling out. The backbreaker from Anderson. He's working over Tiffy right now. So referee Kevin issues a 5 count. Now a 6. That was a quick 6. We're up to 7. 8 count. Carl gets back in. A 9. Stratton knocked out. Down and out on the outside. And there's the 10. Carl Anderson takes a 2-point win over Stratton and Triple H. This is certainly why we added the count out rule. We do not want to give easy points out for just the stupidest way to win, let's be honest. Now we break the commentary mode to just say, AI in this game sucks. I'm gonna say it. They've got the same formula. They'll chuck you outside. They'll fail to bring you back in a like an 8. And then that's it. You get a count out win. And you can't stop it because Irish whip frequency is not a setting. And it's annoying. But regardless of the fact, Carl Anderson taunted with the machine gun to get the victory.
Here are your winners, the team of Lola Vice and Carl Anderson.
The Miami Guns pick up victory. Let's move into bout numero 2, which should be interesting because, I mean, that match we already knew was going to be, well, if it wasn't going to be a Tiffy and Triple H win, Vice and Carl were going to win by count out. It just felt like that. So, match 2 is gonna be, well, we already know who it's gonna be. It's gonna be Lyra and Kofi. But who will they be against? I, for one, am not sure. What I do know is Kofi may have a different look today. That would certainly shake it up, wouldn't it? Kofi and Lyra versus... Ooh... versus these two. Is it time to roll back the years? It's time to roll back or bring the ears forward. Well, time to reveal to you the matchup I have chosen. Let's go. That's right. We've got SOS and Lyra versus Triple H and Tiffany Stratton. With a new look here, Kofi. Your up, down, down gear. Certainly a nice...
The following is a tag team match set for one fall. Introducing first, representing the New Day. From Ghana, West Africa, weighing in at 212 pounds, Kofi Kingston.
Mr. 24/7. Ready to go. Kofi looks cool in this gear. But this is obviously prior to modern Kofi, the champion Kofi. This is New Day peak Kofi during the feud with Jimmy and Jey Uso that set the Uso Penitentiary up and set those two into, well, those two teams into, I'd say, Tag Team Hall of Fame. Woo! 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 Here we go, boys and girls. Lyra Valkyria with a fake belt around her waist, ready for action.
And her partner from Dublin, Ireland, the WWE Women's Intercontinental Champion, Lyra Valkyria.
Valkyria, ready to fight. Woo! 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 Personally speaking, Lyra can do it all. High risk offense executed in perfect accuracy. Tonight, this team, I'd say, are the dark horses. They are your outside shot. We've already seen one upset with this team losing. Tonight, ooh, no more BS. The crown's come off, and the game is ready to play. Not play around, I guess you could say.
From Greenwich, Connecticut, weighing in at 255 pounds, the Game Triple H!
Obviously, we've switched out Alicia Taylor for Mike Crone to give a more IPW feel for this match. Specifically, as this was, in my mind, the deciding match between these three teams. I felt it would come down to Triple H versus Kofi and Lyra versus Tiffy. That is certainly a matchup we could be getting in the next couple of years in terms of the women's division. But it's a matchup we never really got to see. Peak Triple H versus peak Kofi Kingston. Who is better? We're about to find out. In my mind, Triple H and Tiffany should win this. But we've already seen Vice and Anderson take a surprise victory. Could we get a second tonight? Both women wearing fake belts. Stratton, yet again, enters this match. The light's still flickering for her. She is a superstar.
And from Prior Lake, Minnesota, the WWE Women's Champion, Tiffany Stratton.
But for how much longer will them lights stay on her? Big losses, or high stakes losses, is the name of the game for Stratton in IPW. She can't make it past the easy matches. And that is the issue for her. Tonight is about second chances. She's down in this division so far as nice combination offense. Oh my word. belly to belly overhead suplex from Lyra. It's all about second chances. This is Stratton's second chance at glory. This is the game's second chance in this round robin to pick up a victory. They're not out of it. And it's certainly, if they pick up victory here, they go to 4 points. If Lyra and Kofi win, they're up to 3. Now, Stratton and Triple H will be done after this match. Lyra and Kofi have to face Carl and Vice in what's considered a potential decider for this round robin. Overall, the matchups so far, we've got 2 points for Anderson and Vice, 1 for Tiffany and Triple H. In theory, there is still a possibility for a 3-way tie on 3 points. Fisherman Buster there from Valkyria. As if Tiffany and Triple H win by DQ or countout, they get 2 points. Lyra will get 1. And there'll be 3 points there for Tiffany and Triple H in total. Lyra and Kofi then need to win by countout against Carl and Vice. And then we all are on 3 points. That is the way we get a tiebreaker. How tiebreakers will be decided, I don't know yet. We may have to run it back. But, yeah, it's certainly an interesting feel tonight. The potential for more than 3 matches. Do you know what? We'll decide it in a triple threat. That's probably the best way to go. Anyway. I've not really been focused in on the action, but it's certainly been a lot of heavy offense from Lyra, Valkyria. This pinfall attempt here, I'm pretty sure Triple H's feet were in the ropes. Oh well. Valkyria's been performing very well so far. Nice body slam. Heads up top, but Triple H, too near the corner, gets the tag in. Valkyria not gonna go flying instead. Grabs a hold of Stratton. Throws her in the corner. Stratton fights out of it. But she's caught for Nightfall. Down she goes, planted in the middle of the ring. Valkyria almost secured victory there. I'm going to be honest. But I am not 100% sure that's the name of the move, but who cares? It is good offense from Valkyria. It is called... Oh, it's the face. It's the face. I have to call it that, because that's the only name I've got for it. Anyway. Tiffy tries to go for the swanton, falls short. She keeps missing it as the spinning roundhouse connects. Splash connect, she gets a bit froggy with it. It's a finisher. So close to victory. That isn't the name of her maneuver. What? Anyway, Lyra gets reverse thrown over the top rope. This is usually a bad place to be if you're a professional in wrestling and of 2K25. Cold Stones drops her. And the referee's count begins. Back into the ring she goes, and them slaps. Effective. Chopping away goes Tiffy. And this, realistically speaking, has been solid offense from Lyra. Oh, it's Nightwing. I keep calling it Nightfall. Fuck it. It's going to be that now. Anyway, I'll call it by its real name. Anyway, tag in. Kofi's now legal as he faces off against the Game, who really did not get a showing in that last match. More than a little bit. It's a spine buster. Connects Kofi down. 1, 2. So nearly in. The pedigree could have been coming there as the boot gets caught by Kofi. Another boot gets caught, though, this time by Triple H, as I think Kofi was corking it up for the Trouble in Paradise. Triple H quicker to the punch. Has the ankle hooked up here. And this is certainly an interesting feat to be in. Body slam there. By the Game. Trouble in Paradise! From out of nowhere, the Game turned into that shot. Almost certainly a concussive shot. And Kofi is rolling. Seen the pedigree miss. Now I think it's time for a Nightwing. Time for an ending. Spear connects. Add a splash to it. And here comes the belly to belly suplex. Triple H, I thought he may have been looking kitchen sink. Instead, caught with a DDT. Quickly back to his feet, but again caught, hooked up, and I thought pile driver was gonna come through there. Instead, a backdrop in favor of the Game, and now the knee lift. Lyra on the receiving end of some punishment here, as the Game is uncorking some big shots. Stratton now legal. Has Lyra in sights, running in, missing the splash. Valkyria hooks her up. It's time for some Nightwing. The legs hooked. 1. Oh my word. I thought a PK was coming through there. Force Triple H to Valkyria as he was running in hard. Kofi now brought into the match. And Stratton could be in trouble. The spinning heel kick. Oh my word. How is Stratton able to get back to her feet? Put in the tree of Joey Lawrence. Skwo gets out of it. Boot to the face of Kofi Kingston, who hooks her up. SOS. I hear them calling, and it's a call for help as Stratton and Triple H are eliminated from the tournament. And this match, let's be honest, I didn't really have anything of note to say about Triple H and Stratton, as Kofi and Valkyria showed good tag team offense. They were a solid team together. In the end, victory went in the right direction. heavy favorites no more. Losing 2 matches in a row. I say they're not eliminated. There is a potential. No, they are eliminated. What am I on about? They only have 1 point. I'm thinking, can they pick up any more points? No, they can't. But 3 solid points over to Valkyria and Kofi. Gives them a 1-point lead in this division. It isn't confirmed yet, as they've certainly got to win. Well, let's be honest. A loss by countout would tie up the division. A win for either of these 2 teams will grant them victory. This SOS, I think, caught Tiffy in that handstand Alabama slam she likes to go for.
Here are your winners, the team of Lyra Valkyria and Kofi Kingston.
Certainly caught her off guard, and certainly gave us an interesting winner. Hi, it's me again. And yeah, we're heading into the final. The potential last match. There is still that chance. As I say, Anderson and Vice, they need to win by, or to be fair, they need to win by countout again. And I mean, it is certainly feasible. And I kind of want to see it. But obviously, this mixed tag tournament has put together unique teams. We've not had any obvious, like, tag teams that are proper teams. It has been pure randomness. And I'm going to point it out right now. Both the men's names begin with a K. Both the women's names begin with an L. It was fate that these 2 teams would meet in the final. Now, I am tempted to even out the playing field a little bit more by using Lyra from the King of the Ring tournament, but it doesn't really matter because we're not even going to be watching entrances. We're heading straight into the action. And that's on purpose because, well, we've seen these 2 teams enter. Let's see how they will leave. And we are on the way. Referee Kevin gets us kicked off. Anderson versus Kofi. Is Kofi looking to sneak victory here with a roll-up? Doesn't amount to a 1 count. And now the big-time offense can roll through. Kofi unloading. Nice stalling dropkick. Easy tag in to bring Lyra into the match now. And this is the sort of thing in a tag team situation you try to aim to do. Keep your opponent trapped in your corner. And not give them an avenue of escape. We spoke about it in the opening match of the night. Triple H and Stratton try to keep Anderson trapped in their corner. Anderson rolled to the outside, bought some reprieve, and that allowed him to take advantage of Stratton to get the count-out victory. Now we focus in on Has this matchup happened? Valkyria versus Vice? Certainly a matchup I would expect to see, obviously, in NXT. Because Vice is... Well, sorry, Lyra only just came up as she breaks the arm, that penta maneuver. But yeah, Vice versus Valkyria would certainly be a popping match. Let's be honest, two smaller wrestlers of stature, but Valkyria, she can take it to the skies. Vice can certainly bring her own explosive offense. We've seen them kicks, how unique her offense can be as she avoids that drop kick in the corner. Avoids the punch as well. Valkyria's back exposed. And Lola's going to deliver that European uppercut to the back. Anderson gets caught and tossed. Nice hip toss there by Lyra. Drops Anderson with the lariat. And now she gets caught. Anderson quickly got back to his feet. Now this match, obviously, in my mind, people will be wanting the count-out victory for Anderson and Vice, as that was a nice neck breaker there. Gets the 1 count. If they get the count-out victory, we head to a decider. And that decider, it's not going to be a standard tag rules. Oh, no, 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 no. You will be getting pure carnage in ring. No rules. Pure tornado tag offense as Vice kick to the back. That axe kick keeping Kofi down. I'm surprised she didn't go for the pin. Instead, Anderson in. Work over Kingston. Gets back to his feet quite quickly there. Drops Anderson and wisely tags out. Realizing he was exposed to potential loss there. Valkyria comes in and is looking to make mincemeat out of Anderson as he's hooked up for Nightwing. The pinfall attempt locked up. Only a 1 count. Have to do a little bit more to keep Anderson out of this. In my mind, Anderson's been an MVP. That spine buster. Dropping Valkyria. And now setting her up. Oh my word. I thought it was Nightwing instead it's a TKO. And this could be the KO needed. But not gained for Anderson. Nice knee lift there. Dropping Valkyria. Vice now legal for her team. Send Valkyria to the outside, and there is the Lola taunt. Now brings the offense to the outside. Tries to go for it. Elbow strike, but caught. Fisherman's Buster. That was more of a brain buster there, I should say, from Valkyria. Working over Lola here on the outside. Side Russian leg sweep into the corner barricade. Kevin's up to 7. Valkyria brings Vice into the ring. We're not going to get a count out. We want a victory by clean means. Backdrop by Lyra, setting up for a high risk maneuver. Frog splash connecting, but Anderson's in to break it up. Almost immediately after Valkyria crashed down into the mat, he was in that ring to break it up. Vice in trouble. Finds a way out of the turnbuckle in Kingston and Valkyria's corner. She's finding a way to fight back. That raw potential, that never give up attitude. The spinning back fist from nowhere. Oh my word. Lola so nearly shocked the world. That was from out of nowhere. I was not expecting it. And I don't think Valkyria was, but she shows a champion's fortitude to stay alive in this match. Kingston brought in as Vice in trouble. Kingston has his eyes firmly on the prize. The dropkick batted away though. Vice shot misses. The head kick goes awry, and Kingston, he's setting her up. He has something big to deliver. Tosses her into the corner. May have been thinking tag team combined offense, but that's the SOS. It beat Tiffany Stratton. It's not going to do the same and beat Lola. So a kill shot is needed, and it's going to be Trouble in Paradise. 1, 2, 3. Simple but effective offense. Kofi and Lyra take a convincing victory. There were some moments in this match that I thought Vice had done it. Vice had shook the system. But no. Kingston and Valkyria take the victory. And just overall, this match, it slapped. That brainbuster was freaky, but this spinning back fist, a pure calculated precision. It's an MMA fighter's wet dream, but in the end, an SOS and Trouble in Paradise. It's all it took to secure the dub and a place at Crush, Crush, Crush for Kofi Kingston and Lyra Valkyria.
Here are your winners, the team of Lyra Valkyria and Kofi Kingston.
So, with those three matches in the books, I think it's time we head into the Underground for IPW Underground. I'm not even sure what matches we're going to have on Underground this week. So, I think we might just have the one. One match. Actually, no, we'll have 3. I was thinking of doing something special. But no, we're going to have one match. It's an MMA match in the Underground. Who's going to be in the match? It's going to be randomized. Let's be honest. I like the rando. We've seen some potentially weird matches recently with the rando. Now, there are some superstars obviously banned in IPW. I do not like using or will not allow them in here. So 3, 2, 1, bang. Okay, I actually like that choice. Ren Sinclair coming out to fight in the underground. Who's she going to be fighting though? 3, 2, 1, bang. That is, I'm intrigued by this. I've been meaning to give Liv more matches in IPW, I should say. Liv versus... Ren. Neither have actually competed in Underground, but they're going to get a shot tonight. So, away we go. Wait, why is that NXT? Oh, because I haven't set up a show. Never mind, it doesn't fucking matter though. Do you know what I need to do? Is turn entrances back on. I turned them off for that last match. And yes, you're going to see I have special rules. Entrance is on. Yes, I have a lot of custom superstars. Is the other question you probably are going to be asking. Anyway, we enter the underground. Welcome to IPW Underground from Birmingham, Alabama. It's time for Ren Sinclair.
Is scheduled for one fall, making her way to the ring from Dallas, Texas.
Ren Sinclair making her way to the ring here tonight ahead of Crush. Obviously, that is happening soon. Obviously, this episode of Underground happening straight after Breakdown Day 5, the mini episode. A full week of IPW action. You're certainly being treated as the opening match of tonight's Underground. We need to watch her.
Representing the Judgment Day from Elmwood Park, New Jersey, Liv Morgan.
Liv Morgan versus Ren Sinclair. What a way to open up the show. MMA rules apply. KO submission. No DQ, I believe. Could potentially be another factor to deal with. It's the Underground match without the Underground around it. Apparently at some... I'm controlling Ren. Whoopsies. Let me just take away my controller. Bye-bye. There we go. Now the computer takes over. And these two women lock up here in the ring. Liv overpowering Ren into the corner. A referee getting involved to break him up. Liv straight back, putting Ren in that corner. Heads to the second rope. Takes it down with the head scissors. And Morgan showing her skill. Veteran of the game as these two women once again locking up. Collar and elbow tie up. Liv overpowering Ren again into the headlock. It looks to be slightly missing there. It's just the head, though, I think. is Ren's actually heads out of that. Let's be honest. Ren, though, takes the arm. Has the grasp on Liv. Pulling down. Trying to hyperextend the elbow. As she's grasping very hard. Morgan in trouble. As she gets taken down. The Underground, obviously a solid catch wrestling style place, as again we hook up. Morgan, more known for flashier offense, the springboards, as well as running offense. Ren, her own catch wrestling, training alongside Charlie Dempsey in the No Quarter Catch crew. That catch style wrestling really is powerful, especially in the Underground, as these two women trading positions effectively, as Ren locks in the head scissors and is cranking the neck of Morgan. Keeps her locked in. Morgan struggling, and that's a massive chop with the legs. That neck exposed and more offense coming to the temple. Ren swinging neck breaker, catches Morgan on the charge in. Now hooks her up, the leg caught. It's almost a figure four. In fact, it is very much a figure four. Let's go with the hold. Morgan staying in this match, as I think it's time to get some plunder. And that is a bit of wood entering the ring. I would certainly have some wood in this match as well. I can't say that Fujiwara armbar locked in. The good thing about this, I don't have to be professional. We've already done one show. We're doing a second. Morgan. Caught. Thrown in the corner. Ren taking a potential run up. Runs in, misses. The elbow. And Liv catches her with the code breaker. Has her set up. Oblivion. Ren, though, quickly getting back to her feet. No selling. Oblivion. A second one, though, comes through. And now the submission hold locked in. Ren could be in trouble. And Morgan's trying to tap her out. The head scissors not going to secure victory for Morgan just yet. It's Liv picking up weapons here on the outside. Not going to bring him in. Instead, caught. Ren whips her into the corner. Moves a hold of her, gets caught though. And Morgan potentially was thinking Codebreaker, gets caught, and Ren locks in the armbar. Locked in, that Fujiwara armbar. Salt of the earth to others, or disarmor. Wrenching back on Morgan. That arm is in tatters. And I think it's going to get a little worse, as it's NFL season here in IPW. Football's dropped though. Codebreaker connecting. Ren in trouble here. Head scissors locked in once more. And she taps out. Morgan victorious in her IPW Underground debut. And this match, it was a very even match. Both women trading positions in the early goings. But somehow Liv turned it up towards the end. 2 Oblivions. It staggered Ren. Morgan just needed a couple of head scissors to secure victory. And I'm going to be honest, it was a good match. You see that Codebreaker into Oblivion. this point, I thought maybe Ren had a chance, but again, Oblivion number 2 comes through. This here, the code breaker setup for the head scissors tap out. Morgan victorious tonight.
Here is your winner, Liv Morgan.
And while she has no reason to get revenge yet here in IPW, she is building up slowly potential opponents to get their own revenge against her. With that in mind, let's move into match number 2 here in IPW Underground. While I'm doing or setting that up, I'm also gonna do something else. Namely, I'm gonna make IPW Underground. IPW Underground. Right, so the show exists. Okay, I just need to... I haven't set up half the elements. Okay. There we go. Apologies, I've only just sorted it. There we go. Easy peasy. That's now sorted. So, match number 2. Do you know what? We're going to keep the gravy train rolling. And when I say gravy train, I mean it's Kurt Angle Open Invitational. Who will Kurt freaking Angle fight tonight in the Underground? I need to first filter by male. 3, 2, 1, bang. Big Scott Steiner, yes please. These two must have fought in TNA. No, they wouldn't have. They were in the main event Mafia together, though. That would have been... I mean, that's just... it's sanity, because you got... Yeah! I can't do it. Yeah! Versus Steiner Math. Oh, my days. This is a match. In fact, before we even get into it, it's a submission match, firstly. Steiner Recliner versus Ankle Lock. I'm gonna look. Have Scott Steiner faced... Has he faced Kurt Angle? Yes, he has. He faced him in a 4-on-1 handicap match. Then at Base Brawl 2011 at a house show. Because Immortal beat Kurt Angle. He was in... Is there any singles matches bar... So there was one singles match on a house show in 2011. Then you get to the main event, Mafia stuff with Angle and Scott teaming. they faced in 2007. Steiner's versus Angle in TNA. Destination X pay-per-view. Angle beat Scott Steiner in 2007. Cool. And they are in the Royal Rumble in 2004. Let's not talk about who won that. But yeah, this is actually a cool dream match. I think this era of Scott Steiner versus that Kurt Angle, very interesting. So yeah, let's go into the underground. New location, but same match types. As an Olympic gold medalist enters the underground once again, his home here in IPW.
The following is scheduled for one fall, making his way to the ring from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, weighing in at 237 pounds.
Kurt Angle doesn't even get his name mentioned, as he is a wrestling machine. Tonight, this submission match in the Kurt Angle Open Invitational. It's going to be interesting, as IPW management have set this up to be arguably a war. Arguably more than just a submission match. As faded allies in the main event Mafia turned immortal foes. Big. I don't even need to give his intro. Holler if you hear him. Big Papa's in the house. Scott Steiner in his steroid prime. Competing tonight against Kurt Angle, the genetic freak, versus the wrestling machine. Steiner recliner versus ankle lock. Rules are simple. You must win by submission. That is it. Honestly, this could main event any pay-per-view, any show. The talent that we're going to see compete here in the underground, it's at another level. As we get underway, Angle grabs a hold of the arm, locking in a Kimura here. Just tearing away at the arm of Scott Steiner. You don't want to, if you're Angle, get caught in this tie-up game with Steiner, who will overpower you. As we see right there. As Steiner takes the back. Angle breaks grip, takes Scotty's back. These two tying up really here. As Scott, nice takedown there. Locks in the head crank. And headlock gets fallen out of as Angle delivers a stunner. Springboard moonsault connecting here from Angle. But Steiner quickly back to his feet, drops Angle with a drop kick. Scott, though, taunting. I think Angle's going to make him pay, potentially. Never mind, Angle too slow. Now gets caught with the belly-to-belly suplex. These two trading shots really here as they lock up once more. Collar and elbow tie up. Angle overpowering Scotty into this headlock. Takes side position. Now transitions into the armbar. Continuing to punish that left arm of Steiner. Here is Angle. Zach Kimura in the early goings punished it. Angle's got a game plan. Take the biggest weapons of the genetic freak away. Continuing to apply pressure here. That arm constantly being wrenched and positions transitioned here by Angle. This is Olympic level wrestling. Olympic level grappling as Angle picks the legs. And now hooks him up for the Olympic slam. The straps come down. Angle has Steiner where he wants him. And I think Steiner knows it. Hooks potentially there. The leg could have been picked. But Steiner catching Angle has him up but not down. Angle catches Steiner. Said they were trading positions in the early going. Back and forth action. The Olympic slam, the difference though in that arm of Steiner you have to feel is in danger as the ankle's picked. The ankle lock locked in. Steiner in trouble. Fights out of it. Angle needs a little bit more to keep Steiner down. Nice toss there by the wrestling machine. Moonsault connecting as well. That left arm of Steiner, now the right being targeted as another Olympic slam. Angle on a mission to cripple Steiner. Take him out of his game. Thrown in to the corner. Drop now. Steiner in control as our referee up to a 4 count. That's a hurricane. Hurricane Rana. You wouldn't believe it if the Steiner's making maneuvers, but that was made fake. The Frankensteiner, that's it. I remember the name. Anyway, ankle lock's locked in. That was from out of nowhere. Steiner came and gets caught. Ankle once again tapping out another opponent here tonight. 3 submission victories in the underground. And the talent that he is facing gets tougher and tougher. But somehow he keeps putting him down and out and tapped out. The best record in the underground goes to Kurt Angle. But that was expected. But this outside battle, the Olympic slam, it does its toll on your back. While Steiner, he found a way and got back in the ring himself. After that, Frankensteiner, he got caught. That ankle lock has taken so many people and snapped their legs. And Angle remains atop of the underground. May have to start thinking about a title in this brand, because the talent can't match up to him. Let's move into tonight's main event. Hi, my hat's come off. So yeah, let's be honest. The underground's gotten interesting. I, for one, am not sure how we get past that. It's Do you know what I'm gonna do? Because I am very much done with submission MMA rules, why not make it interesting? I'm just gonna I'm gonna change it up. Who do I want in the underground for tonight's match? I mean, that's a name. I'm not even going to show you who is competing. You'll find out once we get the match going. Obviously, the Underground does feature the less featured stars of IPW. It's showing me a lot of women. But I don't want a women's match, unfortunately. I do... I mean... Why wouldn't I do that? Yeah. We might as well. I mean, they are a faction in IPW. I like that. Why not? Both making their... Oh, all three are making their debut. Gong. Oh, I can turn that off. Happy me. You're probably very confused as to what I have done. So yeah. I'm not even going to show you that. I'm going to wait for the transition. And then you're going to find out. There we go. Bautista! The animal. Ready to run rampant in the underground. Trapped beast. Brought into the cage. With a referee's outfit on.
The following contest is a special guest referee match. Please welcome the special guest referee for this match, the Animal
Batista.
Batista.
Movie star extraordinaire, as well as dangerous combatant. He's bringing some pent-up frustration into the underground tonight. Obviously, not competing himself, but could potentially influence the decisions of this matchup. We'll have to see who's actually fighting, his IPW management have done a number on the opponents for tonight's show. I'm certainly sure that this one will be a good one. So, who is the first man out? Well, you recognize this theme. It's of the tag team champions. But that is not.
And the participants. First, representing Gallus from Glasgow, Scotland, weighing in at 255 pounds, Wolfgang!
That is not Joe or Mark Coffey. It's Wolfgang, and he's here to claim victory in his debut in IPW. He's been a manager, obviously, during Gallus matches. But tonight, he's going it alone, looking to prove he deserves to stand alongside the champs. And I, for one, am looking forward to this match, as it's a European battle, as it's Scotland versus England.
New Catch Republic from Birmingham, England, weighing in at 205 pounds, a bruiserweight, Pete Dunne!
Making his IPW debut as well, I believe, Pete Dunne takes on Wolfgang. This is going to be a war. Certainly, these two have met before on the British independent scene. Tonight, they're doing it in IPW. It's gonna be a brawl. It's why we've brought in the big guns to referee it. Make it a fair fight. As I don't get why I've just seen a Butch sign in the stand, because this man ain't no bitch. Sorry, Butch. Pete Dunne. Whoop whoop, Pete Dunne. Why we got the British fans here in the IPW Underground? Oh my word, running knee strike out the gates for Dunne as these two lock up in the middle of the ring. Wolfgang overpowering Dunne into this headlock. Gets tossed off. Dunne, drop down. Leapfrog. And now runs straight through Wolfgang. And this is where you don't want to be in a match with Pete Dunne. If you're trapped on the mat as a pinfall attempt here from Wolfgang comes through, he gets a 1 count. If you're down on the mat, the limb work Dunne is known for will come into fruition. He will pull you apart, finger by finger in some cases. As we focus back in on the match, they tie up again. Once more, Wolfgang takes control, pulling on the arm of Dunne. The wrist lock placed onto Dunne, who's struggling to get out of it here. Manages to grab hold of Wolfgang's, takes him down with it. And now, just applying pressure to the body of Wolfgang. Obviously, both men making their debut here in IPW. As what can Pete Dunne be looking for here? Locks up once again. Is surprising. Actually takes control of Wolfgang. Gets behind him. Just wrenching away at the waist. The former NXT UK champion. Former NXT champion? No, former NXT UK champion. Former tag champion. Pete Dunne. And Wolfgang kind of showing some good, solid wrestling here. Scissors applied, just wrenching away on Dunne's face. Keeping him trapped down there as Batista watching on, thinking, what on earth is going on here? As the legs come crashing down across the neck of Dunne. Roll-up attempt here. Pete Dunne looking to sneak victory. And gets a 1 count. But this is where I think Wolfgang could potentially sneak victory. if he's able to keep on top of Dunn, keep him pressured as he runs to the corner. The taunt, that synonymous taunt with Gallus. The arms cross. Doesn't amount to Wolfgang landing offense. It does result in him receiving offense as he punches away through Pete Dunne. Irish whip, misses that spear, gets caught with the knee to the temple, and Dunne, he's looking to end it maybe. As the boot's caught, Wolfgang delivering a lariat. And the howl to the crowd. There's this Wolfgang time. Hooks him up. Drops him down with the Uranagi. 1, 2. It's like a suplex Uranagi from Wolfgang. Looks cool regardless. But I think he's in trouble now as the fingers get snapped by Dunne. Favoring his right hand now is Wolfgang. But I, for one, I'm enjoying this match. It's certainly been a very good underground. Batista's refereeing this match down the line. Wolfgang unable to connect with a body shot. Instead, caught, the arm in trouble. Jeopardy of Dunne's offense. Stomped on. And Dunne goes for the cover. Slow count here from Batista. Now Dunne's gonna pick apart Wolfgang. Stomp across the face. Drop down. And caught with a lariat. Wolfgang has been, lack of better terms, scrappy in this match. But that's not a bad thing. In the end, all that matters is securing the victory, as that's a nice roundhouse for Dunne. Setting up Wolfgang for a neck breaker. A seated neck breaker. Now has him hooked up. A unique submission hold. Wolfgang fights out of it. And gets a slap for his effort though. And Dunne is thinking. Powerbomb there. Set out powerbomb connecting. Heads up top. Don't normally see the Bruiserweight up there. Missing with that King Kong leg knee drop. But it doesn't matter. Wolfgang out of position and caught. Hooked in that gut wrench for a bitter ending. Planted center of the ring. That is not it. We're still rolling. But for how much longer is Dunne? Has Wolfgang in his sights. Hooked up once again for a second. Bitter ending. 1, 2, 3. Systematic destruction. Name of the game for Pete Dunne. And this match, it was back and forth, scrappy to kick it off. But once Dunne got his opponent down on that mat, Wolfgang really could not get up to fight. Locked in the underground, these two showcased solid British style wrestling, that strong style. And it did almost look like Wolfgang could secure victory, but missing that one move there set Dunne up. That sit out power bomb and double tasting of a bitter ending ended this match in favor of the Bruiserweight. Overall, a solid show tonight. We will be rounding out with Mike Rome giving the, well, awarding the victory to Pete Dunne here.
Here is your winner, a Bruiserweight, Pete Dunne.
Thank you very much for joining me tonight. Hope you did enjoy this show. I'm going to switch away. Hi, it's me. Hope you enjoyed it. I've given you a double tasting of IPW tonight. And for the entirety of the week because I felt sorry. But yeah, I guess we can run down the Crush card. In fact, I do need to actually get the card onto yeah, I do need to get the card onto OBS for tomorrow, for Sunday. I am gonna keep calling it for Saturday, so forgive me. I am out of it. I have to be up at 6 a.m. Not even 6. I have to be up at 4 a.m. tomorrow. So my brain already ain't working. It's not going to work anymore tomorrow. 4, 5, 6. 6 matches. 7 matches, isn't it? No, it's 6. 7, actually, yeah. Anyway, forgive me, I'm just loading them in. Forgive me, they are all looking... They're too big. So, the first big match on tomorrow's show is our main event. RVD takes on Will Ospreay. It's going to be a banger of a match, one of which I'm really looking forward to seeing in a TLC situation. RVD and Will Ospreay, both aerial assassins in their own right. But which one will take the dub and win and walk out with the undisputed World Heavyweight Championship? From there, we've got our opener. Let's run down from the opener, I guess. Javon Evans, Trick Williams take on the Authors of Pain, the unlikely duo, a mentorship program. One team looking to make or break, the other looking to showcase their dominance with a potential shot at our tag team championship. Speaking of tag team championship, Gallus, we saw Wolfgang just competing then in Underground. Their team, well, his teammates Joe and Mark Coffey, with potentially Wolfgang and ringside, face off against the Usos. Jimmy and Jay Uso. Day one-ish could be the beginning of a new title holder. After that, we head to the women's title. It's the Queen versus how many different titles she has ascertained now. But the most important is the undisputed Women's World Champion Fallon Henley takes on Charlotte Flair. This could be a unsung hero of a match. We will be seeing TLC rules for this one. I'm really looking forward to seeing if the Queen can hang with our prodigy. From there, We've got the Television Championship. Champion in IPW before he became champion in WWE. Jacob Fatu defends his title against former champion Shinsuke Nakamura. That's going to be a war. A battle of attrition. And it's certainly going to feel nice to watch in this show as we move into our women's television championship bout. Chelsea Green, Roxanne Perez, winner take all in this bout, and it's certainly a bout for the ages. Roxanne on the up and up in IPW, and she is looking to reclaim that Prodigy title she lost to Fallon. Maybe in the future we get to champion versus champion, but that can only happen if she can beat Chelsea Green. Finally, we have our mixed tag warfare. We know the combatants now. It's Jade Cargill and Kit Wilson versus Otis and Molly Holly versus Nia Jax and Stone Cold Steve Austin. And the team that qualified tonight, Lyra Valkyria and Kofi Kingston, battle it out for the inaugural Mixed Tag Team Championship. Tune in 6 p.m. Sunday night for that epic battle. Don't want to miss it, as it will be live on this channel, like today has been live. I'll see you guys then. Peace out. Side note, I will also